Of all sports to have its national championship tournament played inside a Las Vegas casino, you might not expect handball, but you gotta hand it to them. The Olympic sport is fun to watch. It's growing in the States, and it's here to stay in Vegas.
Probably the number one thing you love about every other sport: physical, fast, high-paced, a lot of scoring, bodies hitting each other, balls moving 80 plus miles an hour. Pinball combined with some rugby, combined with some basketball, it's everything you want.
18 teams and about 200 men and women playing not for money but for fun, with 16 cities represented across North America and Europe, bringing the Amateur Handball Championships back to Vegas for the first time in 2 decades. Making for a fun and fast weekend on 2 courts in the Westgate Pavilion Conference Room.
We run tournaments throughout the country over the year. It's an Olympic sport, team handball, and this is the culmination of over 300 matches over the course of this season. This is our big year-end event where we crown national champions.
The age thing is crazy because we got athletes out here that are anywhere from probably 16 to like mid-50s. So we got a lot of different countries and nationalities involved, so there's a lot of different flair coming in from all over the place. I would say on most of the teams here, there's probably 3 or 4 different languages per team, comprised of probably 5 or 6 different nationalities. So, I mean, it's a real cultural melting pot.
These people, some of them grew up playing outside the country and now live here and are helping grow the game that way. Others are Americans that had never picked up a ball until they were an adult and are now out here playing with people that used to play professionally.
27 million people play handball worldwide, only 900 of which in America, with 37 pro leagues on the globe. Nordic countries and Germany considered the world's best. The U.S. Handball Union has long helped bring the international game to America. And in its first year under new direction, the decision to take this tournament to Vegas made sense.
It's a massive global sport, and so it made sense to us to have it be in a worldwide destination. We actually have behind me 2 teams from Norway that are playing for the championship in our first division, and that's really our goal, is to expose the rest of the world to American destinations and America to handball from around the world, because it's a massive multi-billion-dollar industry that's an Olympic sport played competitively in tens of countries, and we're trying to build it here.
A lot of the places we've been in years past, very remote locations that might not have had the same kind of extracurriculars after the handball. So
Europe doesn't need to come here to play handball. They've got tons going on their own. So in order to make this a giant celebration of the sport, we need something that has the bells and whistles of a Las Vegas to say, hey, like, let's make it a real event over the course of 4 or 5 days.
This was like a soft rollout and a peek at what to expect in years to come, with about half the team attendance as originally expected. The U.S. Handball Union expects upward of 120 teams competing when it's back in Vegas next year.
This is honestly on the smaller side because it's our first year, and we shifted the standard of the event. So next year we expect 2 to 3 times as many teams, and so this is going to grow bigger and bigger as we make this the standard.
Las Vegas had its own handball team in the past, and while the Scorpions aren't playing anymore, this event being in Vegas for years to come can have locals of all ages pick up a new game. And there's a way to get started.
Yeah, so there are local clubs that are practicing throughout the year that you can locate. I mean, we have clubs from Dallas and Detroit and Columbus and Los Angeles, you name it, and there's probably a club in your city. If you go to handballus.org, we can help connect you.
reach out to us at U.S. Handball Union, either on our website or on Instagram. When you get in contact with us, we can either send you the supplies you need to get a club started, or we can get you connected with a club in a somewhat nearby area to get you playing.
From Westgate, I'm Nick Walters.